Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is of course TheSpazDevil and this is the ultimate no bullshit Callisto guide for wilderness wetbags. Let's go. Callisto can be found in one of the deepest... Alright, let's back up. The wilderness, it's terrifying and scary. And you probably think that this arsehole is going to show up at any given moment and come and send you back to Lumbridge. But no, have no fear, these sweaty bastards are not going to get you. In fact, I'm going to be showing you in this video how you can be going out into the wilderness and it's going to be almost completely risk-free. You're going to have tons of fun, you're going to be earning millions of GP an hour and you don't even need any good gear to do this. To explain this, let's delve into the TheSpazDevil's PK economics. Let me just go off the bat by saying that doing this boss as a solo encounter is fucking terrible. The average player doesn't have time to put ults outside of caves and do really horrible long trips on their own just so you can get PK'd as soon as you leave the cave. You see, if you're killing Callisto, your attention is probably going to be divided, and that means that if a PKer comes in and you're killing this boss solo, he's going to see you, and only you. Now you might be in a clan right now watching this video and your clanmates do group Callisto every week, but you don't go with because you're not good at PKing, you don't do wilderness content, so you just don't really join in. The truth is, if you do Callisto exactly the way that I'm going to tell you to do it, you will almost never ever die. You'll probably die at Callisto less than you're dying in the main game. Let me explain. When we think of raids, we think of sharing drops. Well, do you ever think about sharing deaths? What about just making it statistically unlikely to get PK'd? Totally different approach to doing this. Firstly, just get yourself in a clan. If you need a clan, join my clan. We do Wilderness Wednesdays every Wednesday. We go out, we do Callisto, we do all different things. So if you don't have a clan, join our clan. There. You have no excuse. Now the sweet spot for doing this is with between about 5 to 10 players maximum. Almost all decent clans are going to have a player with an ult who is going to stand outside the cave and do the bullshit work that you can't be bothered to do. And I'm guilty of this because I get my fucking clanmates to do it. Now just doing this with people and having a scout is already going to cut down your chances of getting PK'd by like 50%. That's just having a scout there to be able to say this PK is on the way. Now having 5 or 6 of you in a room also means that your kill times are going to be like 30 seconds, and as long as you're doing some decent damage to the boss, you're going to get drops. Being 5 or 6 of you in a room also means that if a PKer does crash you or a team crashes you, they have multiple targets to focus on, so there's more chance that you individually statistically are going to get away. Basically, you're sharing the deaths out, you're taking turns on rotations who's going to get killed and who's going to get away. Next, let's talk about world hopping to minimize your deaths. Yeah, basically don't do it. There's no point hopping around worlds, instead be much smarter. What you do is you do 10 to 15 kill trips and then you go reset, and I'm going to show you how this all works obviously. PKers also need to bank, they also need to hop worlds, they're also doing their own thing. Most of the time, if you do 10 or 15 kills and then go and bank, while you're banking and resetting, that's when PKers tend to be looking around and hopping worlds. There's no need for you to be constantly world hopping for clean worlds, just when you get one, stick with it, and if you absolutely need to hop because there's some team that's just focused on you for some reason, but most of the time they'll world hop after one instance with them. Also remember, shit high ping worlds are your friends because PKers don't like them. Right, with all that out the way, let me show you how this actually works in practice and how much you're going to be making. First thing we're going to do is talk about the gear, and yes, I absolutely said you can do this with low budget gear, and you absolutely can, but if you do have about 20 mil to spare, then get yourself a WebWeaver Bow, because this is going to speed up the kills massively and you're going to be earning about 10 mil a night doing this, so you're going to earn it back very, very quickly. If you pair that with a Necklace of Anguish, your best assembler, and a Light Bearer, you're going to get crazy DPS here, and the Light Bearer means that you get your special attack back really quick. This lets you spam the WebWeaver's special attack, which is really, really cool, does loads of extra DPS. The WebWeaver Bow is also one of the wilderness weapons that does have a damage buff when being used in the wilderness, so again, it is a top choice for people doing Callisto. The rest of your setup, it doesn't really matter. I've got Barrow's gloves on because they're really good, they're very easy to replace, good all-rounder. I've got some Black Dragon hide, and I've got an archer helm and some snakeskin boots and a blessing. Genuinely all you need. Now, as long as you've got PK skull prevention turned on in settings, and as long as you've got the protect item prayer on in your quick prayers, It means that you basically have no risk. If you get killed by anybody, you're literally going to lose, what, 170k? And every trip you do, as I'm going to show you, you're going to make like over $1 mil. Over to our inventory, we're going to bring one ranging potion with us. Blighted super restores and anglerfish. Only work in the wilderness, and they're cheaper than their normal counterparts. I like to bring a stamina potion. Don't hardly ever end up using it, but I just like to have one there. A looting bag. So if you don't know how to get this, go to the Grand Exchange, buy a looting bag note, use it on a banker, and then it gives you a looting bag. Dead simple. I like to do a few of these so I can keep a stock of them in my bank. Now, if your house is leveled up enough, then you can obviously use your portal nexus to take you to Anacall if you have that programmed, which takes you out to wilderness. That's where you go when you're doing your Callisto runs. Finally, the royal seed pod. I mean, you could bring a glory, you could bring something else that works in like level 30 wilderness, but honestly, do your quests and get a royal seed pod. The thing's fucking amazing. Now, the main strategy with Callisto is to actually keep freezing her so she stays in the middle of the room, you take no melee damage, and basically you take no damage for the entire fight. I'm currently not doing the freezing, but if you want to bring some runes for Ice Barrage or your best freezing spell, if you're doing it with 5 or 6 people and maybe they want an extra freezer, you might be asked to bring some runes with you. No big deal, dead easy, and I'll show you when to cast that spell as well. We'll have to switch out a couple of items though. If you're doing the freezing, change like the assembler for an imbued god cave and put some mystic boots on, and you need to make sure that your magic attack bonus is +2. As long as it's +2, you'll be absolutely fine. That's if you're doing the freezing. If not, just keep it simple, do exactly what I'm showing you in this video, and just be a fucking leech like I am. And I'm promoting leeching in my own clan, so we good boys. Now, we do this all on our Discord chat channel, but when our scout has found a good world, we will go and teleport to Anacall and go meet the boys. Now, luckily, 2 of my clanmates are actually hunting the Callisto pet. Unfortunately, about 2,000 kills dry, but because these guys are out here, means I can jump in and film this video for you. Once you guys are ready, all you're going to need to do is run over to this cave, put protect from range on, put rigor on, put protect from item on, and I'm actually using preserve as well because it makes my range potion last longer. Into the room, dump all of your specs on her, and then just split out across the room. Either you or your friends freeze her, and then just start absolutely wailing on her. Now, occasionally she will fire a very obvious and slow magic attack in which you will need to put protect from magic on. Now, if you're doing this with a group of people, it can literally be like an hour before she even fires one of these things at you. You take basically no fucking damage whatsoever. If she starts moving, fucking freeze her again. You better freeze her as well, because she'll hit you for a 50 melee if she's not frozen, but she's really, really fucking easy to freeze. Now, your exit is the opposite to where you came in. So if any PKer is spotted, or if the scout says, guys, there's a PKer, run, just literally put protect from magic on, because the PKers are going to be using mage, and then just run south. It's dead easy to get out. When you get past level 30 wilderness, you spam your royal seed pod. Job done. Now, because these kills are so fucking fast and you will fill your loot back up with like 1 million within minutes, it's very easy to get greedy and stay here for ages, and then you get PK'd and then you lose everything in your looting bag. Every 10 or 15 trips, just go and do a reset. Just go run south, leave the cave, teleport with the seed pod, and then go use the bank upstairs, put everything away, empty the looting bag into your bank, and reset yourself, and you will make constant money. Now, remember how I told you 2 of my guys were hunting the pet? Well, they've got like 2,000-3,000 kills, and I've not even done much Callisto, so I did it for 1 evening with these guys just to record this video. And on this particular kill number 200 exactly, this happened.
Let me give it MSB. The real damage comes from the WebWeavers. Oh
You
my
got it.
god!
Oh
I did that so down, bro! Oh my...
Oof, Condor's going to be raging about that one. Not often you get the pet drop when you're filming the fucking guide video. Get in, boys! Anyway, guys, this was 1 evening. Few hours of doing Callisto. Never fucking done it before. This is the total loot tally. After I sold everything, ended up being a cash pile of about, I think, about 9 or 10 mil. 1 evening, barely any work, and I got PK'd once for 180k. That's it. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, be sure to hit subscribe, and of course, as always, I will see you on the next one. Take care.